Hi guys. A while back I posted a video about authoritative server that we're using Unity3D and SmartFox server and MySQL to make an MMORPG project. And well, many of you asked me to make a more detailed tutorial on how everything is put together and how you guys can do it yourself. Anyway, I wanted to do the video a lot sooner, but well, my college class started and I got busy and well, stuff like that, you know what I mean. And anyway, now I'm back to my passion, and I figured that making a tutorial would save you guys a lot of time trying to achieve the same goal, actually similar goal as I did. So if it helps you, I'm gonna do it. So here you go, a video about how we can make a authoritative server with Unity, SmartFox and MySQL. Anyway, firstly I want to talk a little bit more about the video that I posted before, because I didn't really give any explanation. I just show the whole video and how it happened, but didn't really explain what's going on. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. I'm just gonna run the whole thing again and then tell you what the hell is going on in here. Anyway, so in the whole thing, on my video before, first I will start with the database server and then the SmartFox. So we have three components here. One is the Unity, which is the client, and then we have SmartFox server, which is the server, act as a server, and we have another one which is the database that would store all the information that you have. That would the information would work as the make you have a sense of persistent world, and it is stored in MySQL. I hope you guys are familiar with MAMP, which is the application, which is the server, MySQL server. That's all it does. It's just you have to run that server to run MySQL. Anyway, now at first I have to run SmartFox, which is connected to the server, the database server, and then I can run the client. Let me just show you if I don't run the server first and then run the client, what the hell would happen. Here you go. When I run the client, it will try to connect to the server, but because I didn't run the server, so what do you get? Connection error, of course. So let me just quit that and restart the server and wait for the server to get ready. Here we go. And now I'm gonna run the client, and here we go. It will try to connect. This prompt for the login. Just gonna put in the password, login, and we get into the lobby screen. I will explain about lobby and stuff later. So, and just select the avatar and then go to start game. And here we go. I'm in the world. Alright, now let me just run another client. This is the client that I already compiled using from my project before I started the video, and here we go. Okay, yeah. Gonzo the Great. Login, and it's got avatar 2. Start the game. Here we go. So I can see my other client in here, and there you go. That's the new client that come in. So what happened here is that when you try to log in, um, when you try to log into the server, and when you verify your credential that you are the that you are the user, and then you get to start the game, what happens is your client here, this is the client, it will send the request to the server that it want to start the game, and when the server receives that request, it will acknowledge that, and then it will send back the information that is in the game, which is in here is just the other player and his status, like what is his character, what does it look like, what kind of model he's using, and what position he is at the moment. And then this client here, when it got that information, it will load that character there with using its own resources that is already compiled into this client. It already have all the resource in there, so just simply render that into the map and render itself. This is the model itself of the client, and that's it. That's the client. All it does is just take the information from the server and then render it to the user on anywhere you are at. So let me just try running another one. So this is what I did in my other video. I just ran three clients, and then show you that it's actually connected using a server, and it's been synchronized. So fuzzy. Okay, like we log in here into the lobby and select the avatar, and then when I go to start game, the server, which is SmartFox, here when I log in, it will say, I think the user is Fuzzy, that's the name that I just logged in, and it got all the information there. The server know that the new client has logged in, and then when I start the game, the server will send all the information that of all the clients that are inside the game right now, and then my new client will render that. And the same for the other client. They just know that the new client is just new client has just entered the game, so they get the information of the kind of model that the new client is. Like this is the model for that new client and the position, and everyone render the same thing, so everyone know every other people add. Alright, now so I can move around in this client. I can just move around and everyone else see my position. They render the same thing in this client as well. You see that it's moving with animation and position all synchronized. So what happened is that when I move in this client, it will send that position at a rate of about 10 times per second to the server, and the server will, well, it will validate that position whether it is valid or not, and when it's done and it say that it's valid, it will broadcast the new position to other clients inside the room or inside the game. So everyone will see that that your position right now has changed. They will try to render your avatar inside their own client in a new position, and that's how it works. That's how the client server related to each other. The idea of authoritative server. Sorry, I'm not really a native English speaker, so it might sound weird sometimes. But anyway, who the hell care? In the idea of authoritative server is that the server will have the authority on everything that happened, every decision inside the game. Well, not the user's decision, but like calculation of the damage calculation, or whether an attack hits anybody or not, some all kind of stuff like that. So for example, when if I run into a wall, here you go. If I run into a wall like that, and for example, like you launch the game and then someone hacked the game and they changed the client so that it removed the collider between the character and the wall. In that case, the player will be able to move through wall, and if you don't have any kind of validation on the server, the player would be able to do some really bad things to your game. It will just break your game, and that will be bad. So the authoritative server idea is that even when you're moving, everything has to be validated by the server. The server will decide whether your action is valid or not, and if it's not, it will be rejected. And what rejected means is that, for example, when I walk through wall and the server knows that, okay, this is not really valid, then it will just simply send you the position that you should be. In that case, it's behind the wall, and then your avatar will just simply teleport back beside to behind the wall. And other stuff like attacking, for example, when you are being stunned by other user, in that case, when you press attack, the server will notice that you are right now being stunned, so you cannot attack. Then the server will simply reject that attack and you simply do nothing. Yeah, that's I think that's about it for the authoritative server. It will just do everything, do all the simulation, all the calculation for you, and you don't have to say that, hey, you are wrong, my attack should have this much damage, and no, you can't do that. Authoritative server is just the damage and everything is handled by the server. Okay, well, I think we should talk more about practical stuff. Right now you just simply understand the concept of how the client is connected to the server and how the information is sent from client to server and the server back to other client. But how do all this actually work? How do you actually program it, and how to make it work yourself?